Hello, everyone. Good evening and happy Eulalia Day to all of you out there. My name is Jacob Plick, Dual King Jacob, here on the internet. And tonight we have episode 11 of Eulalia 5e, a Redwall story. Happy to be back. Bunch of stuff to talk about right off the top. So next week, on the what would be the 10th of May, we're actually going to be off Tuesdays and Wednesdays because I have big boy job trip things to do. Don't get me wrong, it will be a decent time, but I'm gonna literally be missing literally all of this the whole damn time, I will tell you. So we'll be dark for the following week, next week, and then we'll be back again for episode 12, unless everyone dies tonight. I don't know, whatever, we'll see what happens. I don't know, maybe there's a dragon in here. Anyway, on to serious stuff. So there's a lot of wild shit happening in our world today, so don't forget, first of all, to take care of yourself. And I say this out loud because I also need this as a reminder myself. And I think every once in a while we need a little bit of a decent nudge along the way. So make sure to take care of yourself and each other. That said, it is also AAPI Heritage Month, and our lovely friends RoboGoblin and Alice over on XO_Girl Wonder on Twitter are putting together a little bit of a I won't say a charity stream, but I could be incorrect on that, but an event, if you will, on May the 27th. So if you are of the AAPI persuasion and you want to participate, you totally should. So you should go to TTRPG Gifts on Twitter and sign the hell up, because we need to see more people that look like you, because representation is motherfucking important. So let's see what else. Oh, right. We have a YouTube channel, if you didn't know. So if this is your first time, for example, you're like, what is happening over here right now? And also, being that we're off next week is a really good time to catch up on the shenanigans that got us to this point. So currently episodes 1 through 10 of Eulalia 5e, a Redwall story, are up on our YouTube channel in a lovely little playlist for your per usual. But also there's a bunch of Duval's Gaming Journey episodes, as well as a AMA/Storytime with Duval, where I tell a bunch of ridiculous stories, including bench pizza in New Orleans, a wild night in Hiroshima, Japan, bunch of ridiculous stories. Yelling Duval in Buckingham Palace, as an example. So if you want to hear those and ask and see a bunch of questions that people ask me and stuff, you should go check that out too. So that it was super fun. Bill, anything on the AMGM's front?
Yeah, we are doing another one.
Oh, damn!
Yay!
I swore I canceled that show.
Yeah, we're doing another one, and it's. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. It is Friday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern, and we do not put them on the YouTube because we are hoarders of very selfish people, and we hoard stuff selfishly.
Somehow, not enough hoarding for it to be up for 14 days on the Twitch VODs.
So did we end up putting my one? By the way, I still have not yet done another Skyrim episode, and I actually
really should.
I haven't even opened up the stupid game, so I'm still exactly where I left off the last time that I played it.
You really need to.
Did we end
Bill
up?
has never played Skyrim before, which is absolutely ridiculous to me, and the people need to know.
Did we put that on YouTube? I haven't seen it. I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, then it's lost forever.
It is fine. It was your pilot episode, and you can absolutely do another one. But no, I didn't even think. Honestly, I didn't even think to ask you if you wanted it up there. If I'm being honest, so it is fine. It is fine. Another time. So yeah, you definitely need to do another one of those. Perhaps you have time next week, Bill.
Ooh. Just announced right now, next week, Tuesday night, doing some Skyrim stuff.
Kaboom! It's in. Let's go.
I just have to remember what the hell I did the last time.
It's Skyrim. You really
like
don't.
6 weeks.
You really don't. You'll figure it out. It's fine. Something Whiterun. Something Dovahkiin. You'll figure it out. It's not a big deal. Let's see. I think that's it for announcements. But would love for this lovely. Oh, first of all, of course, there's one particular awesome, super crazy, amazing black dude that is missing from our cast right now tonight. So give our good friend Christopher some love. He will be back next time for sure. So no worries on that. But in the meanwhile, in between while, Crystal, who are you and who are you playing?
What? Hi, I'm Crystal. I am playing Saoirse O'Kara. She is a crow sorceress.
Yeah, definitely.
Who is
definitely
maybe
Get
or
some-
maybe not, like, going against her party. But it's fine.
It's in the whatever shenanigans, etc. Anyway, Lynn, what's happening? And who are you? And who are you playing?
Yeah, doing good. Hey, I'm Lynn, Gremlin, she/her, and I am playing Alice, the ranger squirrel, also she/her.
Hell yeah! All right, April, you've had time.
Hello, everyone. I am April. And I'm playing Nor, the clerical squirrel and twin sister of the missing core. We are both she, her.
Indeed. And finally, Bill.
I am Philadelphia on Twitter, and I am playing tonight Tamarisk Ribald, the hair rogue, who is currently very confused, but that is pretty standard.
That makes a lot of sense. But that's okay. I'm sure everything will resolve itself in time. One last thing. First, I forgot to mention this last week, actually. So if you see the Kofi thing has been updated to the cast, because if you like what you see here, you should totally drop some dollar bills, y'all, and it makes us feel super good about the really awful and amazing decisions that we make. So something to keep in mind as we do this thing. And also, as you all are quite aware of, you've already redeemed a first of all, an incredible Morgan Peter Brown guest episode. That was episode 8 or 9. Math is hard, everybody. And coming up in a few weeks, you will also have the Noir Enigma here in a little bit. But what you don't know is that there's going to be a guest next in 2 weeks as well. Who's it going to be? You're going to have to find out. I'm just kidding. It's D&D Jordan Lee. And I wasn't going to say anything, but I'm really excited about it. So we'll see how that manifests itself in time. But that is 2 weeks from now, and this is tonight. So without further ado, everybody, let's tell a Redwall story.
Abbey built of red sandstone, dear to us as if our own. Cinder call across the land, all shall feel the mountains head. Eulalia, my heart will sing. Eulalia, the bells will ring.
Welcome back. So, previously on Eulalia 5e, a Redwall story, our amazing Children of Destiny, having gathered the denizens of Skralkelar, sort of united in this conflict with attempting to resolve with the unwanted who seem to have be designated by this large, dark, cloudy mass that just is descending towards Redwall Abbey. After initially a conversation about stealth in true Children of Destiny fashion, confronted head-on the road. And the unwanted seemingly revealing themselves as fellow woodland creatures. A badger by the name of Elijah, for example, seemingly, at least looks to be seemingly a leader of such. Large battle axe to the side, very serious, questioning what the Children of Destiny were doing on the road and if they'd planned to stop them. Many back and forth debate conversations escalating into what does peace really mean? And how does that happen for everyone equally? And with that, we had a fissure as Alice, Nor, and Core, seeing the threat head on, head via Trion very fast back towards Redwall Abbey to warn the creatures and their families about what's to come, perhaps. All while Tamarisk was reunited with his old flame, and Saoirse, seemingly united with the unwanted, also found some family of her own, great aunts even. Many conversations about how to move forward, and even in some cases, a visit from Martin the Warrior for Core, and planning and hopefully an execution of whatever is to come and how to resolve this. As the night came to a close, but before that, after much conversation, it was revealed to Saoirse at least some of the power that lies within the unwanted, a familiar tree outprint on the outer left paw, just like the Children of Destiny, as it was revealed that a fireball was what was inside that power. All while Elijah mentioned that his mother is the current Badger mother of Redwall, Albreda. And then we all went to bed, probably particularly restless. And with that, we kick back into gear, starting with what would be Nor, Core, and Alice. Who I believe it was it Core that had last watch? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
I believe so. So, as you are all, as both of you are come to early morning, the sun sort of making its presence known through some of the not so awesome thatch work in the roof, and you also hear the sound of the very close by wind sort of just surrounding the establishment as well. What would you like to do?
So quiet.
Awesome.
And that's in character. That she's just like laying and like waking up. It's like this. This part's nice, but I suppose we should get up and deal with this as much as we want to.
That quiet is immediately broken by Nora like dropping a pot while trying to like make breakfast over the fire and like make coffee. It's like crashing in like cooking sounds. I'm making some quick breakfast so we could have something before we hit the road.
Oh, I mean, sure. I mean, I'm used to just picking up whatever's on the way, but full stomach might make it better.
We have a long way and a lot to do, so we should probably.
Well, now that should at least be on the same about what we are doing. What do you I think we need to make them tell us what's up. Why they are. What happened that made the unwanted so hell-bent on coming here?
Question.
Yo,
Because I'm trying to remember what we know versus what April heard from the other.
Sure. Yep.
Our side heard that the badger is from Redwall, correct?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, cool.
I think it's from the conversation that Tamarisk and Alice heard that they know something.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure before I answered.
Yeah.
Totally cool.
I don't know. They don't really seem familiar or anything. They just hate wolves.
Well, me and Tamarisk overheard the abbot talking. They know more than they're willing to share with us.
I might have a way around that.
How? Because my way is just going to be going on there and forcefully yelling at them until they tell us.
At this point, Cora has just been quietly listening as he's sort of waking up. No, what are you on about?
That was good.
Thanks.
So I was getting ready this morning and trying to figure out exactly what we should be doing. And I know we're going to be doing a lot of talking and dealing with people. So I didn't think protection or hurting things were good. But I may have a way to get people to tell us the truth. No matter what.
Any way to get...
maybe help you make sure of that as well.
Good, because they seemed very forceful in not telling us everything. I got pushed up against the wall for overhearing it, so...
Wait, they pushed you?
Yes. Who was the... What name was the badger?
Rita.
Rita pushed... It seemed to... That whole subject seemed to touch a nerve.
Well, then I think we need to go talk to them and figure this out. Because if they know why they're coming, then they know how to get them to stop.
Are you sure? I mean, don't get me wrong. I plan on talking very directly to Father Abbot, no doubt.
Well, we'll probably have to talk to multiple people. There's never one person in a conspiracy.
No.
There's got to be someone the abbot talked to, or someone, if the abbot knows them, then maybe other people in Redwall know them too.
The only thing is, I know they're hiding something they don't want to talk about.
I think most people are.
This is a big one.
Well, let's get them to talk.
Nora, do you want to scout for a second?
Sure.
Just get a good idea.
As you're getting ready to sort of break away from that conversation,
mm-hmm.
The sunlight is interrupted as you see this large shape just seeming blotting out the sunlight. And you see a familiar form, a large barn owl, and a piercing eye sort of peering through the thatchwork. Oh, it's you lot. I was wondering if I saw some paw prints, wanted to investigate. You know how got a bit of a job to do. As Theodore II is who you see above you.
Hello.
Oh, hell. Hey.
Did you want some breakfast?
Oh, the wife made me one. I'm good, thank you. How's it going?
Could be better. What are you doing this far north?
Well, it's I mean, from my perspective, south. The old Bruckle tree is a bit north from here, and the farm even more so. But it's a good sort of connection point between the tree and the Abbey. So it never hurts to go a little farther than normal. And plus, I was right. I found you. But you're good eggs, so it's fine.
Oh, I
But you
don't
did-
think we have any eggs.
Oh, you don't have to worry about all
Oh.
that. Do you mind if I just I'll come down. This is probably really strange, and I don't want you to crane your necks. And he flies off, and and he can't quite fit in the door.
Let's go
This is not.
out.
We'll go
It's-
outside.
We'll go outside.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right, sure. And he kind
If
of
it's possible,
backs up a bit. So, Alice, you mentioned it's not going quite well. Is there anything that I can do to help?
I can't see how. We did find the unwanted, and they are marching up.
Oh. That is
The
not good,
talking
I suppose.
didn't seem to do as much as I thought it would. They're still marching up. We still don't know that much about them. And we've come up here to warn the Abbey and get some answers.
Oh, I see. Well, if I can't help resolve the situation, if there is a physical altercation, I could certainly assist. Being this big has its rewards, I suppose. Though I probably need to ask permission first, but it's fine.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't come to that, and you have a family, and we shouldn't be asking for you to do this on our account.
Probably what my wife would say. But the job's a guardian. It's just a part of it. Do you have a way of maybe signaling me if things, to use your, perhaps an expression, things go south?
Oh, yes, I think I can. I think we can put something on an arrow and shoot it up if we need to.
Oh, all right. I'll keep an eye out. But in the meantime, I suppose, well, whatever your plan is, I wish you good fortune.
You take care.
All right. And he flies up and out.
I think before that, she wanted to go just so that she could talk to Nor, like between the both of them.
Sure.
And I think once we get a little bit for it, you know that there could be the possibility that this doesn't go well and there will be a fight, and I don't think the Abbey, even with all of us, can, if they really wanted to, push them back. I mean, they took South Shore. I don't know if our little Abbey.
If it comes down to it, the smartest thing to do would be evacuate as many people as possible.
Yes, and
We could try to hold the line and stop them and talk to them, and hopefully we learn something that will help us, but
which means
we
you
don't
haven't
think
been
it would
with
be
us for that long. You and your family.
a few years.
Your father can still move around. Your brothers and sisters can still move around.
Yeah, we're used to moving. It's not the first time.
The woods are my home. That place is my home. I can't leave. My dad can't go with us if we were to move. What I'm saying is, if things look as dire as they are, there's still the option for you, Core, and your family to go. Find someplace else.
If people are going to stand for Redwall, I'm pretty sure that my father's going to stand too. I don't think he would be able to handle losing another home this way.
The only option is losing some of you. Maybe you, maybe Core.
He would try to send us away, but we're very good at doing things. I know we're younger, and we don't have as much experience as everyone else, but we've been training our whole lives, and well, for a few years, much of our lives that we can train for, at least. And I go where he goes. If he wants to stand for Redwall, I stand for Redwall. I know that not everyone would agree with that, but he's always stood for me. And I can't let him go out there alone. You see him, he doesn't even hit anything. You can't let him go out there.
He just really just doesn't seem there's that much death around what's going to happen if things go bad.
I believe in Cole. And I think if he believes in Martin and that we're on this path, that we should at least try. One good thing about living with Cole for so long is some of the positivity wears off. And we could do this. We would not have been sent here. We would not be doing this if there wasn't a chance. But I understand too that to be rational, maybe we need to send some people away.
We should, because those walls, if they really want to, are not going to stand up. I mean, perhaps we should even move people out of the town entirely just to avoid that.
Oh yeah, I think we should evacuate them out of the Abbey, just further away, just in case.
All right, just know if we the words that they said, I agree with them, but this is my home, and I have to defend it. And she'll point out, like, no matter if some of us are on the outside, I have to.
Well, it sounds like we're all going to stand for the same thing.
I just hope no one really has to pay too tremendously for one side.
I don't think anyone is standing on a side out of hate or spite. I think everyone has to do what they feel is the right choice for them. And sadly, we couldn't talk it out.
Suppose so. Just, I guess, know that if I stand beside you, Core, and the rest, that it will be till the end, if it's necessary.
You see Nora get really serious. She's usually fidgeting like the whole time, like wandering around, like grabs a leaf, rips it up, throws it around. We won't back down. We stand until we fall. And then like wanders off kind of.
Alice will just like nod and head back to the church.
All right. By the way, Nora, what's for breakfast?
Core purified the bag. So some old oat cakes, some apples, some stuff like that. Fun fact, I just realized I didn't have all of my cantrips picked out. So this entire time I've been a couple spells
Been
down.
limping? Hey! It's all right. Faith.
Faith.
Love
That's
it.
not going to be questioned anytime soon.
Not at all. And the oatcakes, though stale, still have that hint of apple goodness. So it's still pretty decent.
Alice is used to kind of like maybe not the freshest food, so she can power through most of the stale.
Yeah,
food.
no doubt. No doubt.
Even it's like, yeah, certainly wakes you up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm pretty confident Cora would not mind whatsoever. All right. Good. So you guys are heading out for the morning, heading due northwest. That's bad. Anyway, I actually did not mean to do that, I must say. That's terrible. I'm going to give myself a takeaway inspiration for myself. Anyway, as you all begin to head down a very common road towards Redwall Abbey, even though you've only been away for a few days, that there are a lot of things different and many things to fight for. Speaking of that, as we switch gears to Saoirse and Tamarisk, as everyone is sort of rising for the morning, and you kind of see the both of you, Scrag is just leaning up against a tree, just lost in thought, sort of an air of sort of what is about to happen on his face.
I think Tamarisk didn't sleep well at all last night, and wakes up in the morning and is trying to figure out like plans B, C, D, and E. What's Saoirse doing?
I would imagine that Saoirse is, and she nested with her great aunts for the evening. But I would say come morning, she's up and she's not happy about how things went yesterday. She's already regretting saying to Core that she would stand against him if necessary, but she also knows it's what's needed, and she truly believes that this is the right path.
I think I want to not take my eyes off of Elijah for the next, 24 hours. Like, I want to watch his every single move, because he seems like there's something else going on. What is he doing currently?
So it's funny you bring him up. So before that, actually, Scrag's gonna walk over to. Are you both nearby each other?
Probably.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, if not, he would.
Yep.
If not, he would have asked you guys to come over. And so, how was your watches last night?
Uneventful.
Tamarisk?
I had a strange conversation. And I actually worry a bit about. There's something else going on here, and I don't know what it is.
I can get that. Because what was really strange and even disjointed is we had this air of frustration, confrontation, and frankly yelling. And yet, everyone that I talked to during my watch seems really focused and strangely cheery. There's an air of excitement. They really feel like they're doing the right thing.
Oh, I don't disagree that they're doing the right thing. I think that they... Well, see, it's complex. Saoirse and I have talked about this a lot as well. It's not that the motivations are wrong, it's just that they could possibly hurt a lot of people, and that's a bad thing. And especially these because I don't think Tamarisk knows about the fireball thing, right?
Not at all.
So I think he says, especially with those red symbols on their hands, that strikes me as very strange.
Indeed.
I mean, I would imagine that it's no different than ours.
I mean, I'm trying not to metagame here,
Yeah, I know.
but I feel like...
If you want to make an insight check, you certainly can.
Should I make
Yeah,
a deception check?
But see, I don't
You
know...
absolutely should.
See, I don't know if
It is
Tamarisk would.
just across the country. Guidance.
Just shoot. Fareway.
I
Yeah.
saw
Delayed.
it.
It was a
cast
time
guidance
delay.
through it.
Time
Yeah,
delay.
right.
It was like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah.
this will
It's
activate it.
it's up to you if, like, because I think there's a way to justify it because of the fact that, like, it's probably still pretty blindsiding that Saoirse, essentially from many people's perspective, flipped, right?
Yeah.
And so if there's a way to dive into the details of that insight checks are what that shit's for. So I feel like it's
That's
not
fair.
really good.
Actually, you know what? Here's a compromise. Because Tamarisk is a... this is probably not the right term, but it's the only one that's coming to mind. Kind of like tribalist. And, like, we are a clan of sorts now, and I don't know that he would initially... So I've got a passive insight of 13. Now, Jacob, as a DM, I would posit that perhaps that should be the DC of deception for Saoirse.
Yeah.
Okay. What I just rolled was a 17 plus 3 plus 2.
Okay, perfect.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, so let me ask this, Jacob. Was there anything like, I don't know, strange about the way that people were behaving in the camp? Because normally, like, I've been in camps before, you know, was there sort of singing and what, or was it like eerie and strange? What was the general vibe?
Neither really. There's clearly folks that are closer than others, and some general merriment from that perspective. I think the thing that probably is what sets you off the most is the fact that it feels, especially to you, very familiar.
Can I get a sense of what that familiarity is rooted
Long
in?
Patrol familiar.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
That's probably why it feels so, like, almost icky.
Yeah. That's a good word for it. Okay. Seriously, what do you want to do? What are your thoughts?
And you probably want to think about those quickly, because Elijah is on his way over to the three of you.
As far as I'm concerned, our only jobs here are helping them do what they need to do and keeping it from escalating into a war.
Fair enough. I worry about that last part. They have said that they do not intend to do a war, but I don't know. This large badger with the battle axe is coming over again. Here, Saoirse, you do the talking. And Tamara's kind of like wheels around behind Saoirse.
And Elijah walks over. Good morning. Did you all sleep well?
Elijah. Well enough.
I want to show you something. But it's less about what you see and more about what you hear and how you feel. So there's going to be a moment where you will feel slightly uncomfortable. Are you ready?
Right. Is it safe?
Yes. You have my word.
Right.
And the red eyes blink over towards you, Tamarisk.
I am not interested.
I don't agree. You're traveling with us, which means that you are interested. And what I'm about to show you, in a manner of speaking, has everything to do with that. But if you do not feel comfortable, you can sit this out. I will not hold it against you.
Okay, fine. I will come.
You don't even have to go anywhere. And he raises his left paw, and you see the familiar outline of this red tree. And then out of it comes this large, dark, inky cloud. And suddenly you can see nothing but inky darkness. It just surrounds you. You don't even see him. But you do hear him. We trust each other. We trust each other enough to walk the path without knowing what's next. That is what we are about.
We never know what's next.
I'm sorry. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? It's not even a meaningful gesture. It is removing some sort of any sort of tactile advantage that you have to do a meaningless gesture about togetherness. It's ridiculous.
What did you feel when you saw this cloud moving towards what you cared about?
Fear.
Exactly. And
So hold on. Let me make sure I understand this. That you could have the opportunity to
We are talking. That is why you are here. If we weren't talking, why would we allow you to stay? Why would you be safe now? You fell asleep, we could have killed you. Both of you. And then we simply try and catch up with your other friends and resolve that situation as well. It's not as simple as empathy. It's a combination of everything, all the tools in the tool belt that will make this a success.
We've already had the conversation, Tamarisk, where we talked with someone, I believe it was Scrag, when we talked about not everyone thinks that everybody in the world deserves equality. And when we come across people like that, sometimes you have to use other tactics.
Bill, I don't think I'm smart enough to figure out what the hell is going on here. But like, it just feels super wrong. Can I do an insight check again on Elijah? Because like, all of that just felt like I got a 1.
So
You have inspiration for anything? Can I give you my inspiration?
Yeah, sure.
You can have my inspiration.
No, I'm not taking your inspiration.
No, I'm giving it to you. It's off my sheet. It's off my sheet. If you don't use it, it's gone forever.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Amazing.
Okay, so that's better. I got an 18.
There,
18.
yeah.
Now, you previously when you sort of read him, the majority of what you understood was he believes what he's saying, and he's probably experienced something, and in his past at least, and you gather probably with that and many of the others that sit here. But what in particular is he reading Elijah for? Is it just a confirmation of like does he really believe this shit's going to work, or
no, because he's given us a lot of bullshit about how we're super promised not gonna hurt anybody, but like this black cloud is a tool of, like I said, terrorism essentially, and
Sure.
typically in my reading of history, terrorists are not sort of like, hey everybody, just want to check in and make sure everybody's being equal.
Just over here with my my sweet low and my equal.
Yeah, right.
Sure. And what is probably so frustrating is he believes this. And you get the sense that there's an air of like, which it maybe is even more dangerous, there's an air of virtuism. But sort of what you gathered and sort of what Scrag was talking about a little bit is there is an air of pride from a majority of the people that are here. What's probably puzzling is that's not the case with Elijah at all.
Expand on that. What do you mean?
Yeah. So he's not trying to be a hero.
Okay. Got it. So
he's not trying to be remembered. He's just trying to do the right thing with the tools that he has.
Gotcha. So he's going to work, and everybody else is glory seeking. In
That's
a way.
Probably a part of it, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just something to be said about that. But that's also why it feels so familiar. Is that's in many cases Long Patrol 101.
Yeah. So let me ask this, and maybe, perhaps it's helpful to why I'm kind of so confused, is because it just seems incongruous. Like, if you have a good goal in mind and many people would benefit from it, I think I don't know the whole story, and I'm willing to bet that Alice and Core and Nor are probably gonna find out some more shit. So I'm gonna take a step back and say, yep, sounds good, old Elijah pal, and just keep.
I think at this point, Sandra will walk up. So how was that? You look more or less confused as normal.
Yes, that is a good word for it. By the way, Sandra, I would like you to meet Saoirse. Saoirse and I have been part of the group of people that are trying to stop you.
Saoirse, pleasure. It's good to have you.
Pleasure.
And now it seems that she is on board with your zealousness. So...
Our intent was never to stop them. It was to talk with them.
So, well, it was to stop violence, and it was to stop destruction.
That's what we've done.
I don't believe them. I don't believe any of this. It is all... Yes, I don't believe it.
So, Tamarisk, what happens if the walls come down and no one is hurt?
Then I'm wrong, and I will admit it.
All right.
I'll hold you to that.
Yes, please, but...
And don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it will happen that way. That's just the best case scenario.
No, there's been a lot of alluding to violence around here that has gotten me very uncomfortable. There has been a lot of, maybe someone will get hurt. Who knows if someone will die. Nobody has done it so far, but we're willing to try to get these walls down. The walls have a door in it. Just remove it from the hinges and then you're successful. I don't understand the destruction and violence and terrorism that is apparently an important part of this plan.
Elijah sort of peeks back into the conversation. Tamarisk, do you know the credo of Redwall Abbey?
Everyone is welcome. Something like
that. You know the other part?
As long as everybody's cool about it. No, I don't know.
Saoirse, what about you?
I don't think everyone's welcome.
Ooh, be excellent. to each other.
I think that's our.
It's that the door of our Abbey is always open to any travelers roaming the dusty path between the woodlands and plants. So your point about just open the door, the fact is that that's in the credo of the Abbey. What we're calling out is that that's not true.
It never has been.
Oy.
Did you notice something, Tamarisk? I'm the only crow that's resided at Redwall. The only one.
I did know that, yes.
Do you know where that is?
No.
Because crows, before the war, were considered vermin. We weren't allowed in Redwall Abbey.
And yet the credo speaks otherwise. Thus, the contradiction.
Listen, I understand all of this. This is we are on the same page in terms of that. Yes, it was an injustice for sure, but I very much do not think. Well, again, we will see. And if I am wrong, and it is a peaceful transition of power from walls up to walls down, then I will be wrong, and I will say it loud and clear. I do not believe you. And I do not believe you're going to do this without violence. We already know that Kor is on his way there to construct a defense. So, I don't know how you get around that.
And what will you do when that happens?
Jesus Christ, I don't want to think about that right now.
Is that Bill of Tamarisk?
That's me. I don't know. I was trying to hold off on
Put it
that
above.
until later.
That's an episode 14 problem. Like,
Oh my
Makes
God.
it harder to stab if you know them.
Yeah, I wish I didn't learn any of these people's names.
it's as if that was on purpose or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be
Kill
honest with you.
everyone.
Let's turn to heal. Everybody dies. Great. Good
Look,
fix.
this is the guy who pulls out his sword walking up a flight of stairs, okay? Like,
Yeah,
We didn't
trust
know
me.
those people, though.
Trust me, I have thought about that many times. I have a plan Z, and it does involve killing everybody.
So, funnies aside, he actually does say, "You are welcome to try and stop us." You know, it might even be a good speculation that if I'm not around, that this all falls apart.
Oh, trust me, I for sure have thought of that.
I'm sure you have. And he walks away.
Even
So,
assuming anyone does get hurt, they've already said that even if someone does get hurt, they'll be healed immediately.
Duval.
There's no
Duval.
violent transition of power here.
I don't know what to say. Like, I just 100% do not believe any of that bullshit.
Only. That's fair. And that's a good opportunity for us to actually one last thing. I almost forgot. Sandra just kind of pats you on the shoulder. It just gives you a bit of not a worrying look, but one of, maybe for the first time since you've seen her here, a bit of concern, especially after that conversation with Elijah. Well, let's destroy the awkwardness by having a little bit of breakfast.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Scraggs is, sure.
I'm not hungry, and I am going to walk into the forest.
Cool. And as he does that, Sandra will look at you, Saoirse. A hair that doesn't want a bit of tuck. He must not be feeling well. This gives you a wink. So, with all that, we'll switch gears to the road and head back over to Norcor and Alice. The trail is very familiar, and it is a matter of doing so. So the question is, are you on foot or are you on treant?
I think the plan was to wake up and continue in tree ant form.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then probably drop it not far from the door so we don't run up on them in a tree.
I believe that was the plan as well. So this takes a better part of at this speed, as clocked by Prince, 60 miles per hour, which I made a mental note of, which is great. It's about a half a day's travel. As you're getting about within eyeshot of the familiar red walls, make a perception check.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, sir.
Hi.
I guess I can roll it. I don't need to use my passive. If my passive is higher than my rolled, can I use my passive?
If you ask me before you roll,
I haven't rolled yet.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
Okay, let's roll my passive.
You want to tell people why that is?
Because my passive is a 20, and I rolled a 15.
Mm-hmm. Because for those that are new, the wonderful Children of Destiny leveled up between last session to level 4. So some of them got some powers.
And always on a swivel, making sure Core doesn't fall out this tree.
That's fair. Poor guy, he needs it. Typically the last time you saw them, all you saw was the familiar yellow eyes. But this time, especially considering the speed, it's a bit shocking to see in the tree outline 4 very familiar gray furred tree rats that are just looking at this large tree pounding down the trail.
I'm gonna wave at them. Hello.
As you do, they actually call out. What?
Shit! Cole, stop the tree! Stop the tree!
Oh, okay, stop. How do I stop it? Stop. And the very Scooby-Doo moment.
A cloud of smoke, just like
Yeah, absolutely.
or dirt.
And if you look back, you actually see that like 3 of them attempt to like almost like seeing that you like there's like a little surprise that one of them even like said anything, and they go to run and then like stop for a second, maybe like just a few feet back and in the tree branches.
What kind of trees do we normally see them in? Just any kind of tree? Just all trees?
There's because most of these are like large, like redwood style, just a little bit smaller, like probably oak, but they don't have a particular persuasion of tree that they prefer. It's just that they typically you don't see them unless you see them.
If it was flowers, I was going to cut flowers for them or something to get their attention.
Oh, interesting. I mean, you could still do that. Like,
yeah, I mean,
Do it.
We're friends. Yeah. Look, and I'm gonna druidcraft like a flower that I've seen in trees before,
and
like
they're like super skittish, and so there's just this like.
Could you? And I'm gonna turn to Alice. I'm like, Lynn, you're not.
What's the?
I'm gonna turn to Lynn. Give Lynn the flower. Like, can you put it on the branch so they can get it? I feel like if I walk farther out the branch, I'm gonna make it full because I'm kind of bigger.
Okay, just keep an eye out. I think she's also a little like nervous too. Like she's probably about as nervous as the tree rats are. But yeah, it's like she'll.
Yeah.
Okay, just be ready in case something happens. Just eyes are all around, and she'll take the thing. What she'll do also is like take one out of her hair, and she'll just put in there and just kind of put that on the branch, and then just have her arms open it, and then just like kind of just back away, just showing them that she doesn't have her bow.
And they kind of look behind, like, and
it's pretty. It's for you. Was it good? Are you hungry? Do you want food? Oh, hold on. This is perfect. Cool. You talk to them as I start pulling.
Wait, what do you want me to say? I just
could just say something.
Hello?
I'm just gonna pull out some snacks and put them on the branch.
Typically not this close to the Abbey. That's good. Wait, no. Like it's just boom, 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 boom. And as you are piling out, what are you piling out actually? Is it just empty?
I don't dump everything out, but like some of the stuff on the top that's not as gross. So like a biscuit, a cookie, some fruit, a little handful of like trail mix. I think some melted ice cream. It's like lopped on the branch.
Yeah, Alice will take out.
What you like?
Here, I got something. She'll like reach in her pocket. She'll produce some good berries. Like this might help. Also, I don't know what. I guess put everything. Maybe they have to like something, right?
See, we're nice.
Kind of crawl forward. And you see one sort of like has like a very like wooden sphere that it goes to sort of like go to point. You see the one that's in front, just put a hand up, and then just like
you see
gathering,
Alice,
like it's
Alice
falling
is,
out. And,
Alice is making eyes at that one, just kind of like, don't look at the bow. It's like, don't.
So do you always live in the trees? How do you like living in the trees? What's it like out here? Why don't we see you very often? Why do you always run away? Why can't we be friends? I have more food.
Scary.
Every day it's scary. A lot of things attack you out here, don't they?
Wait, you think we're scary? You're the scary ones.
Sometimes you sit in trees and just watch people. Just like, for a while, after a while, it kind of gets a little creepy.
We eat those sometimes.
Yes, that's why people find you scary.
And there's this one in particular has these what appear to be these long line tattoos of like stark white that sort of draw down, and then on either side of the body, all the way down to the foot paws. We not eat you.
We won't eat you. Oh, here, this will help. I'm Noel. That's my brother Cole, and this is Alice. You're less likely to eat someone if you know their name.
It kind of looks back. Okay. You come bring more
Well,
tomorrow?
we could share with our friends. Do you want to be friends?
Friends. We... Okay.
Yay! What are you? What are your names? So we know what to call you.
They kind of look to each other. Friend, give name.
What kind of names are? I don't want to. I don't want to give them the wrong name or I don't
know. It's important. I don't know.
We should also give them gender neutral names, just so we don't we want to be caring and shit.
Just call them usually forest things are usually good. Usually don't have birch, daisy, that sort of thing. That's
Are there any kind of names you like? Okay.
Flesh.
Oh, maybe some.
That's not name you flesh. That would probably scare some
Spear.
people. Spear's a cool name.
Spears are good. Yes.
That's cool. Just spear.
Spear, like almost stabs themselves and spear.
No.
Yes, spear.
Yeah.
I mimic what they do. That's a cool name.
Duval.
I like that.
Duval. Them.
Them?
Points out to one of the three others. You name them.
Oh, okay.
And there's not much difference between the four of them. This one in particular has square tattoos around their eyes, and they're it's just squares all the way down the shoulder and down to the arms and hands.
Oh,
and the triangles similarly, and then circles to the last one.
So spear was lines. You got triangles
and circles.
Circles and squares. Okay. So we have spear. In my head, I'm just gonna make this happen. The circle one is eating a cookie. Just going to town on a cookie.
I will allow that.
Put out a lot of food. Okay. I put out cookies. Cookie.
Yes. Yeah.
And because this is of course I have this situation. I have a prop for this.
Is it a cookie?
Yes. Yes.
You get your inspiration back.
Hey, we're and then they're like, nope, and go get them.
That one's a cookie for sure. Alice, do you have any ideas?
A cookie.
We have cookie and spear. They go together really well.
All right, so we have weapon and you can mention along with food.
With a cookie. We have a weapon and a food. This is everything we love.
Okay. She's looking in the pot. What can they? What's that one? What's on?
So the one that just ate the cookie is moving a little bit more erratic now. At this point.
Yeah, sugar.
Oh no.
Probably get that sense, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
You like pick the thing I'm the worst at is naming things.
Yeah, me too. Like I am also like
Dipples, you're here. Give us a name. You can do it.
Is Prince,
Please,
you
chat. We missed you,
get
buddy.
to name
I mean,
one.
he did.
We got lines, triangles, circles, and squares.
yes.
Prince
What are
says
these-
moist, damp, and saturated.
Oh. Oh.
I put
We didn't miss a beat.
barf into the chat. Barf could be good.
Yeah, I know. I was ignoring that
Yeah.
one.
I was
I gave you
ignoring
cookie,
that.
and you couldn't just take your cookie and go. No, you had to come up with the. Okay.
I
we
also
got spear,
said honk.
Honk.
honk. Oh god, that's great.
Love it.
Meat. One of them names meat. Core would name one meat.
Yeah.
One of them has meat in their hands.
Oh. We said no.
Beat.
Meats of meat and honk.
Okay, triangle is honk and squares is meat.
Okay. Noted.
So we have spear, honk, cookie, and meat.
Cookie.
How do you like those names?
Kind of all look at each other, and there's not really like a physical reaction, or really a confirmation either way, from that perspective at least.
Well, I mean, they don't seem to not like it.
I think they just like food.
Yes. I guess
Yeah, they're at this point they've started to sort of gather and move forward towards the pile of meat, and after about a small pregnant pause of uncertainty, they're going to town. And now that they're closer, you can actually see the outline of their ribs, and that's about it.
so.
I've seen that Nor will
Yeah.
just like as they're talking start putting out more food, just
Yeah.
not even.
No. So what happens when they run out of food? They don't look like they've eaten quite a long time.
I don't know. Where did you know? Where's your food? Where is your food?
They point at you.
Before me, where did you get food?
They point at Alice.
I mean, they're not wrong. Okay.
they
Before
point at Cora.
today,
Why?
before the last time you ate food, where did you get it from that wasn't us? It's a room, a box.
And they
First word.
Spear runs up the tree, grabs a small tree branch, and then draws a fish in
Oh.
the dirt.
So you've been having trouble with the fish too, as I point to the fish in the water.
No fish. No
No
fish.
fish. No fish.
Yeah, and they like put like an X.
See, yeah, we also saw no fish. That's a problem.
Is that why you're out here this far? There's no food.
And you see the outline of what appears to be the very crudely drawn shrew face, and it doesn't look familiar, but you get the sense that Logalog and crew probably have something to do with that. We don't
I would
want
just do
it. We don't want it shrew, but they
Oh.
taste good.
That's you
Oh.
can't eat the shrew. They're
No.
our friends.
Why?
Because
our
they
friends.
give us food too.
Ah, fresh.
Yeah. If we could just eat everyone that we didn't like, it'd be so much easier.
That's what we do.
Well, now that you've made friends, we have to find another way. Do you want to come with us? There's more food.
Maybe
and
we can help you with food
Yeah.
that isn't us or the shrews.
and safer.
Mm.
You can come and live near the Abbey or in the Abbey with us.
Bring others?
Yes?
Nor is this a good idea to bring them
I
into
don't
the
know.
We go get others.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, no. Yes.
Bring,
She'll,
you know what? I think
April
Alice,
slowly realizing what she has done.
Alice is gonna point. Is this Spear that's saying this?
Yeah. Spear's been the head honcho of this conversation the whole time.
If you come here, if you go, she'll point at the Abbey.
Oh, not there. Too big.
Too big.
Too big.
We
Scary.
can find you.
Hmm.
How many are
They don't like Spear.
They don't like a lot of things. How many are there? Could everyone fit in the tree with us? Because we could always. There's nobody in the tower.
Maybe.
We could just give them the top floor of the tower.
No, I mean that would keep them.
And then that would be high up, and then they can see from far away, and then they wouldn't be so close to everyone. They could feel a little safer.
Tower tree?
Tower tree.
Towers?
Tower. Tower is
Yes.
We like this.
strong tree.
Yes.
It's a
Tower
strong
tree
tree.
is yours. Well,
We
as
come-
long as we could all fit, and if we can't all fit, we will find another place for everyone else. But I feel like the tower is probably the safest place for everyone.
We come tomorrow.
Yes.
Four trees full of
Oh,
us.
That should be
that's
fine.
a
It's a
lot.
very tall tower. They could have 2 floors of the tower.
We might have to give them
But
the entire
I-
tower.
King Tower.
Well, you have to work that out with them.
And that's that's.
We
Hmm.
help you get into tower, and you work it with the rest of them. But we're all friends,
Like-
and they won't eat anyone, right?
He spits on the ground.
You don't eat anyone.
We're all friends.
All friends.
Friends.
Good. So we'll see you tomorrow then at the Abbey, and we will give you a tower. Tree tower.
Okay.
Good.
Anafudu. And they scatter back into the trees.
Well, we weren't eaten. That's something. Although now we have a lot of them in a tower, so
Yeah, but they didn't even really eat that much. Like, it's barely a dent in the food bag, and they're very small.
You look down, there's nothing left.
Oh, I lied.
they seemed rather smaller than I expected them to be. I don't
I mean,
think
they haven't
they've
had
eaten.
food in a while.
There seems to be possibly something wrong with something in the forest if there's
And-
no food.
And once we can help them, and then we'll eventually figure out what the fish problem is. And then, if they want to go back, they can go back to the forest, and we can all be
Yes.
fishing. Okay, great idea. We take them to Logolog and the shrews, and we make them all friends, and we help build them a house near the water, and we all teach how to fish, and we become a fishing company.
Yes, provided we're not all killed by.
Oh
The
yes,
Unwanted,
that's
yeah.
still happening.
Oh no, we. Did we
Oh
just-
no, we just invited them to their death.
Oh no, did we just put them in front of the
They'll be in the tower.
tower? Is in front.
Oh, maybe
no.
this was a brilliant strategy, and
Oh,
they'll be
no.
behind everyone, and then we'll flank them, and it'll be like a genius pincher maneuver to get the enemy from both sides. Spear seems
provided they're
very
not.
capable.
I mean, provided they are not immediately. Whatever happens,
Spear seems very capable. I believe in Spear.
you have more belief in spirit than I do.
Again, Cole's optimism just rubs off.
Well, that was a good start. There wasn't like they didn't attack us. Then they didn't rain arrows on us. They just took our food and live in a tower now.
I mean, they're hungry. Can't blame them for acting out of hunger.
Well, no, yeah, I can't.
Cole's bitten me, and he's just after missing a meal.
Hmm.
See?
I can't, as much as like the scary stories about them I've heard, it's like if you're pushed to not have any food, that just makes you desperate. So maybe, you know what, maybe,
You can't blame them for trying to live.
yeah, well, maybe all those things were just, stories to make kids behave.
Not true.
It's all that. I mean, that's the first time I've ever seen them, so.
Hey, Cole, we dealt with our first big problem with peace. Well, this big problem with
Yay!
peace.
Temporarily. Well, we didn't get in a fight, so. Temporary problem has been solved until giant problem appears.
Do you think they're going to make us name everybody?
I imagine they're going to want names.
Okay. And then
At least a
Nor-
status thing, maybe.
as the tree starts running, Nora's going to start. Oh, but go ahead.
It's like, yes, why don't we make a list?
Yes.
Just yeah,
And the tree just yelling words back and forth.
words
and
back
writing
and
them
forth.
down
It
in a
is,
notebook.
it is like
Potato
like a-
chip.
it's like a-
cookie. Wait,
it's
we
like
did
a-
that one already.
weird little form, like, what was it? The little like I Spy game, like when you're on a car chip, except we're trying to just like that's a good name. Put that down. That's a
And then like worse, like loose word association. Someone says leaf. Oh, twig, branch.
well, we can make
Hey!
that one if there's a brother and sister, we can have those be the same.
Yes.
You have to think about how they relate to each other. Maybe you could like have a good
We also put like everyone's name and then Junior, like Tamariska Junior.
I'm
Yep,
pretty sure he
that's-
would yes, keep that one. I'm
Oh,
pretty
The one
I'm
with
sure
like
he'll
the
appreciate
like,
it.
if one of them has a
Yes.
very chubby cheeks, that should be Tamariska
Yes,
Junior.
yes. I'm sure he won't kill us for that one.
No.
I think with that, we'll take our break. On the car ride,
Oh my god.
1995, playing Game Boy by the streetlight. Seems
Yup.
appropriate.
Call this one Game Boy. This was not.
Call this one Game Boy, of course. So yeah, we'll check back in with the Unwanted and say shit at Tamaris when we come back in a few. So get some refreshments. The chaos continues in a few minutes. See you in a few. Very nice.
All right, we are back.
All right. We are back in the club. Love to see that. So in the meantime, while I wanted, because DMing, I can't do many things at the same time. But so I wanted to give a quick shout out to our friends over at Caring Comfort Studios for the raid. The best cartographer in the world, Freckle Sketches, for the raid, and the sub actually. So that was real nice. And then Bella the 7 Dice. Really appreciate you bringing your community on over as well. So get a kick back in with our the second half of this chaos situation here. So as everyone, because we're going to switch to the unwanted camp, as everyone's getting ready to head out for the morning and head north and a little bit west towards Redwall Abbey. Scrag actually comes up to both of you. So something interesting about what Elijah just showed us. I might be able to dispel that if things go south. Just a note. But also, that was uncomfortable.
I'd say it would be.
I don't know how to feel. I really don't. I think it's easy to say whatever the least amount of bloodshed possible is the right move. What does that even mean? I actually think I feel... Kind of looks around to make sure nobody's listening in as his whisper is escalating in volume. I sort of feel guilty that they don't know about my people. If they did, that would buy you more time. Shh. I'm what I'm trying to say, I guess, is that's utilizing that and causing some sort of distraction that would bring them to our doorstep is a move. I'm not saying it's the right one. I'm just saying that it's possible.
I appreciate that, but there's no need.
Considering you're not the only former vermin, I take a lot of solace in the fact that you're this confident. Okay. I guess we're doing this then.
I will say, once the walls of Redwall are down and things are a bit more equal there, I think given the mark on their hands, I think it might be a good idea to take some of them to Skokilar and have them talk with Musanis.
Why?
Because that mark is exactly the same as ours. The only difference is the color.
True. Okay. That, of course, is assuming that everything goes well.
I'm assuming it will.
Okay. You're clearly not Tamarisk.
Tamarisk is, by his nature, a bit jumpy. I had to, I'm sorry.
Fair enough. Negative inspiration. Tamarisk, as Scrag sort of directs that query to you, or statement, I should say.
Oh no, I'm not there. I walked off.
I thought you went up to the forest. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's right.
that's
Never
right.
mind. Fair enough. So, I'm a bit worried about what he's going to do. I kind of feel like I'm in the middle of both of you. Which is strange because we've only met a few days back, and so much has happened since then.
Yeah.
And things were so simple when I was simply just giving you rainbow-colored flavored ale.
Yeah. Times were simpler, but we knew this was coming.
Okay. Let's get things together then, I suppose.
Yeah.
And we're gonna switch over to Tamarisk for a sec, and see what he's up to.
Okay. I want to get as just far enough away that I'm kind of hidden from the camp, like, you know, so that there's no visibility.
Visual.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
That wouldn't take long. Maybe a few minutes walk into the on the other side of the path.
Yep.
It wouldn't take much time for you to do that.
Okay. And then I would like to activate my blessing and then go to Mercedes.
Okay. And familiar green tunnel as you are shunted forward. Familiar small island surrounded by a body of water and the largest tree you've ever seen.
I am going to approach cautiously and slightly bowed a little bit and say, "Oh, great Mucenix, I come to you seeking knowledge and information if it is something you wish to give."
There's a pause, and as I switch back to the song that I wanted to, inside your mind, a familiar, earthy voice. Tamarisk, you enter my domain once again. In a shocking fashion. This is becoming usual for you, it seems.
I do hope that these visits have not been terribly bothersome to you. There is problems in the world, and I don't know where else to go to get the answers. It seems as though I can't find the information I'm looking for. Let me not waste your time any longer. You gave us these blessings. Have you ever given a blessing that is red?
No. I have not.
Do you know if anyone has? Is there a red Mucenix? Is there is there a do you have like an arch enemy or I don't Let me explain. So there is an army marching on Redwall at the moment right now, and they have this sign on their hands, and it matches exactly ours, except for one main difference. It is not green, it is red. And there has been some indication that there might be violence, and I just want to know about perhaps the magical origin of this.
That is new information,
Shit.
which is surprising considering how long I've been and how long I've existed and the gifts that I do give. They're not given often. Tamarisk. It is only the denizens of Skrull Kalar and you and your friends that I've given my gifts to.
Having been around for so long, do you know of other beings such as yourself?
It is possible. Though in order for that to be beyond my sight, that is a terrifying question.
So, what...
Do you mean to tell me that you believe that another entity such as myself exists?
That is my guess, as much as I'm able to make one.
There's a flash of green light, and you see this large pulse shoom out of Usanis. It's like blinding green light, like for the better part of a minute. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Eight.
Rip.
This shocking pain, just the vision leaves you and it is replaced by this white hot lightning. And the next thing you see is your eyes flicker open. You're not in front of Musanis at all. You're not anywhere. All around you is darkness. And then you see this small green dot, just very small, as it expands and expands into what looks to be the largest apple you've ever seen. And then it just floats down into nothing. At least that's what it appears to be. And then it presses the surface of what appears to be the outline of some liquid, and then pulses out, descending. And then there's a large spherical green that just descends and ascends around where it descended into this space. And the outline is a familiar, much smaller tree. And then it's strange. This is not anything you've ever experienced before. And then it's like you're watching this tree just grow and grow and grow. But that doesn't make sense because it's happening in seconds. And trees do not grow in seconds. And you hear inside your mind, you see my origin. There was nothing before me.
Tamarisk rubs his eyes and says, if there was nothing before you, and you don't know where this other blessing or curse came from, we need to act, because
Duval.
it seems like
Duval.
danger is coming, and violence will be the only answer.
My vision sees everything. The entirety of your wood, the outskirts beyond, and beyond even that. The Badlands, your Salamanderstrand, the north, all of the open lands. But now, my vision stops in one particular point.
Welcome to the amphitheater. Please have a seat. Enjoy the show.
What do you know of the Isle of Terramont, Tamarisk?
Yeah, nothing. I mean, wait a sec. Is this the one where yes, okay. I do know. I know something. Yes, okay. It's big. There are 2 words. No, fishing. Trying to do. There's a big heart there.
The guy that we smashed is from there.
Oh, that's right.
There it is.
Well, so I wasn't there for that.
That's true.
I was
You
doing
were
something
there.
else.
You were
That's right.
elsewhere.
So actually, I don't know that Tamarisk knows anything about that.
Actually,
I think Saoirse
We
told
talked
him.
about it.
yeah, we do
Yeah,
that.
we
We went
told you
back.
about it.
Okay.
We went to his
'Cause,
his
yeah.
house and like
To be fair, though,
We got shocked.
when y'all came back together, you had a new friend, and there was a lot of
Yeah,
there's a
yeah.
lot of stuff.
So
There's
it's
a lot
totally
of stuff
cool.
that happened.
Yeah.
But we did because we went to the house together
Right.
and we talked about it at the house.
Yeah.
We found the picture and the place at the house.
Gotcha. That's right. Okay.
And then we got blown up.
Yes.
I don't know too much about it, although I do know one specific person was from there, and there was an unavoidable tragedy. Well, yes. So is that where you cannot see?
Scrag was also from there.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
It is only the highest levels of corruption that would allow my sight to be inhibited.
Okay. It seems as though we need to get to the Isle of Terramont very quickly. Thank you for everything. And do you want us to report back? Do you? No, I imagine you can see everything. You'll know when we tear down the shroud.
I will feel it, yes.
Well, it's been wonderful. Thank you. And do you have additional magics? Yes. Could you put me back to where I was, or do I have to go?
Before-
Yeah, go ahead.
Before that, you have additional questions on your lips, yet you don't say them. Why?
Well, because I feel as though you have given me everything that I need to solve the current problem.
Very well.
Oh, actually, yes, I do have one question. You said that you can see everything, and all people and everything always.
Your vision leaves you again, and it's instead of just this darkness and this fruit in the middle, you see the outline of shapes. And it's like a vision of the map that you saw in the Abbey. Except for you see thousands and thousands of creatures glowing this strange translucent green. Does this answer your query?
No. Wait, it's just map?
The question you asked is like, do you see the thing? And he's like, yes. This is what I see.
No, I was actually going to ask if Musanus saw the unwanted killing people, hurting people, any signs of like who started it? Like, do they behave in a violent way when they were going to South Sword?
This is beyond my sight. It is merely the aspect of creatures. I do not know their actions, other than those that are connected to me. I do feel that connection.
Okay.
These unwanted are not connected to me, but I do see them. And there's a flash again, and like that's pulse, almost like Cerebro. And everyone that has the actual blessing of Musanus triples in like not size but glow. And you see several denizens in Skull Kalar and all your friends, and as well as Scrag.
Okay. Do you know of a good way to get to the Isle of Terramont? And if possible, could we use your teleportation magic to get there?
This is currently beyond my capabilities. But if you do unlock whatever this corruption is, I can attempt to bring you back here. But as it stands currently, that is not possible.
Okay, fair enough. As always, thank you, and hopefully the next time we see each other, we will be in happier times.
Just do not hesitate. If you have something to say, say it.
Okay.
And you're back.
All right. I assume I'm kind of like off the beaten path, kind of where I was, and then I want to come back and I'm going to find Saoirse.
Not hard to find.
Amherst.
Saoirse, I found some very nice things to show you inside of the forest. It's a beautiful view as mountains. Please, come, I want to show it to you.
You overhear Sandra. Lying!
Has he always been bad at lying?
Yeah. desperately but terrible.
Let's
Somehow
keep it-
finding the talent to be worse currently.
Well,
The very least. And she kind of looks over to you as you're getting to approach Tamarisk. At least he's entertaining.
truth.
All right.
Are you still not hungry?
No, well, I am hungry for justice and equality for all. Come on, Sergeant.
Blood and vinegar.
We'll be right back, Sandra.
All right. So we get out there, and I want to you look inside of Tamarisk's eyes, and he is like dinner plates, almost as big as his cheeks, and he kind of holds your shoulders and says,
Quick interruption there.
"Yep, please."
As you look into his eyes, you see the outline of a strange green glow.
Oh shit. Yo, Tamarisk is possessed by Musanis. Okay. Fun. Okay. Well, that's odd, but what?
So we they well this we don't know everything, and this is way more dangerous than we ever expected. I spoke with Musanis, and Musanis said that there is some alternate force out there that was giving them the powers that even he wasn't strong enough to find. And there's a shroud over this Isle of Terramont.
Tamarisk?
I was going to say Isle of Tamarisk, yeah. That's
The rest is the big bad, everybody. Roll credits.
He said that we should look there for basically what I assume to be the evil Musanis.
An evil Musanis.
Yes. He said that there was no way that he ever heard of anybody being able to give a red symbol like this. He said he's only ever given green ones. And if there is an entity that's powerful enough to give a blessing in red, he doesn't know about it. And he also used the word terrifying.
Okay. All right. I wonder. Maybe he doesn't remember.
He showed me his origin. I saw a vision of Musanis being born. I don't know. But there was nothing before him, and then he was breathed into existence through some sort of apple. So I don't think it's a question of him not remembering. He did say that this was a power of the most corrupt. I don't believe we are doing the right thing.
She's gonna... She's gonna take a step back. I agree that whatever power gave them that mark is something that we should investigate. But the fact is, goal hasn't changed. Bringing equality to this land is still the only goal. And it's the only thing I'm doing.
Sasha, I do think that this is a valid goal, but perhaps we could. How about? I have an idea. Why don't the Children of Destiny team up together and do it in a way that makes sense for all of us? Because I think we all agree that this is the right way. I just don't think that these are the right friends to do it with. You do know that Nor and Cor and Alice and myself are trustworthy and loyal and would do anything to achieve that goal, but I don't know that about these people that have evil symbols on their hands. Here's what I propose. No, go ahead.
The problem with that, Tamarisk, is that my family is part of this. Those are my great aunts over there. I can't just walk away from them.
All the more reason to find out what is, in a way, possessing them.
And we will.
We need to get to the Isle of Terramont.
We will. But not right now. I promise you, Tamarisk, look at me. I promise you. I give you my word. By my power, I give you my word. When the walls have fallen, when there is equality between the unwanted and those at the Abbey, we will go to the Isle and we will figure this out. I promise.
Okay. He says, so then what's the plan here? We're just gonna go along with these people that are terrifying and corrupt and just hope that they have good intentions when they get to the walls, and that whatever evil is baked into this tattoo that they have, that they won't use it. Is that your plan?
How do they know the same isn't true about us?
They are going to do whatever they're going to do, regardless of our participation or not.
Yes, and if we're there, we can mitigate any damage.
My plan is for us to go ahead and join the rest of the crew and assist in preparing defenses, because this will be violent. I know it in my soul. And for us to be out here without doing anything and just helping them along, it is going to make things worse.
I don't agree. I'm sorry, Tamarisk, but I don't agree. I think that talking with them, getting them to understand our position, and understanding theirs, I think it's the only way forward. I don't want there to be any conflict. I don't want anyone to get hurt.
I think at that point, Scrag walks up. Sort of detect the whatever this is. And whatever you're going to do, either of you, I understand. But if at the end of this conversation, one of you walks down that road by yourself, that I feel is bad.
I agree. Tamarisk,
Because
I'm asking you.
This is all a lot. But if you go off now, it only escalates things. That's just the way I see it.
Do you really want to
Sorry
leave
if that wasn't
Sandra
helpful.
behind? Tamarisk, do you really want to leave Sandra behind?
I don't believe that's the Sandra I fell in love with all those years ago. I still believe that this is like a cloud hanging over all of these people, and a swift breeze of true justice will remove that cloud, and Sandra will be returned. But that's all fine. I suppose we can continue on. Scrag, I take your points. I will be patient.
That's all I ask.
Does Tamarisk know that Scrag is from the Isle of Termont?
He's not from the Isle of Termont.
Oh, okay.
But he knew that Scrubbilly was.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
No, he grew up at Skullcalar.
Got it. Okay. I imagine that'll come up at some point, but I don't think it comes up in this conversation.
Right. And you hear Elijah sort of boom out. All right, let's head north. We've got some catching up to do. And like he kind of walks a pace forward, looks over at all three of you. No darkness. No cloaks.
Thank you. Thank you.
Formation. Let's go.
Let's go.
So the formation initially was Elijah in the front and then three deep all the way back. So where are you all going to be?
I'll be next to my aunts.
They're about the 9th row.
That's fine.
Nope, that's not the right. That's not math. 6th row.
Either way.
Indeed. What about you, Tamarisk?
I'm not walking in formation.
Behind?
Yeah, I'll probably be lagging behind.
Scribe will join you. If that's all right.
Yep, totally.
Okay. So, let us switch gears a bit over to our Redwall bound friends. The remainder of the morning of travel, painted ones notwithstanding, is fairly uneventful. The weather itself is slightly cloudy, but still quite comfortable. A bit on the temperate side, as eventually to your right, you begin to see the outline of very familiar red walls from your tree top stoop.
Once we get within, I think, view, we would drop the tree.
Cool.
Just so we don't, like
Cool.
I said, we don't want to scare them.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, the
Of course,
core
just
sentry is going to get
pops back. All right. Let's do this. And yeah, he'll turn that off, and you head up the path. About another 15, 20 minutes on foot. And you see a familiar face on the top of the wall as Alice's father, finally, seems the whatever you're after didn't kill you. That's good.
Good to see you,
Where's
Dad.
everyone else? Oh boy, that macabre humor just absolutely betrayed me quickly. Is everything okay?
We're back, but things could be better. You should gather everyone that knew about the Unwanted. We have some things to talk about, especially with the Abbot.
God. And like he spins around to kind of yell a command, open the gate, and yells down, "What do you mean?"
They're still coming.
You're the advance party. All right.
Some
And
of us stayed.
okay. And like his cheery demeanor just disappears. Open the gate. The kids are back. Some of them. And the metal outside gate rises, and the door begins to open, and you see a fairly familiar, but not one that you've seen in probably a good while, as this small hedgehog, long green habit opens the door. Welcome home. And door opens. All right. And there is an absolute big embrace from your dad.
Mhm.
And
She'll
after
give him a really like tight hug.
Oh, I knew they couldn't kill you. That's yeah, that's I'm just glad you're okay.
Yeah, she'll look at him in the eyes. I don't think we stopped.
No? Okay.
No.
All right. Remember, whisper. We don't want to alarm anyone.
Maybe they need that.
Looks at Nora and Cora. Your dad is getting everyone together. You guys are you're all it's amazing that danger causes one to grow up so fast. Never thought we'd be calling a council for something that you all were involved with.
Well, hopefully we can help. And
I don't mean to speak for your dad, but I'm speaking for myself, and him and I, we go way back. Just know we're really proud of you. Okay? Whatever happens.
Thank you.
Do you all want to freshen up or anything before we get started?
We should probably do that. Oh, we invited some friends.
Yeah.
They probably won't be here till tomorrow, but if some friends show up, they're with us. The tower's still abandoned, correct?
Yeah. Painted ones. Yeah.
Invited painted.
There's no food in the forests, and they're dying, and they need help. And so we got to talking, and since the tower is kind of abandoned right now, and it's kind of like a tree, they're going to stay in there a little bit until we can help them figure out how to get the food back.
Like he's just like
very nice.
Yeah.
A spear, honk, cookie, and meat would probably be the four that would be speaking with you.
They have names.
Yes, we came up with them together.
They wanted
All
names.
right.
They wanted names. They wanted to be friends.
Yeah, I had the same look, but
You
they're
mentioned
desperate.
dying. Did you see one?
Mm-hmm.
A dead one?
No, but they're very, very thin. They look very, very hungry.
Did you consider the fact that they're not eating well because they like to eat us?
They like to
And
eat
we...
fish, and they eat us when there's nothing else to eat. And you really can't blame anyone for eating food. I mean, we eat fish. If there was no one left to eat and it was just us in a room, Cole bit me.
I did. That's true. That's very true.
When he missed one meal, like we can't.
This is
We're supposed
clearly
to
a conversation we should probably all have another time. Wait a minute, they're coming tomorrow. There is no good, better. Okay.
I just want to tell the people at the door just in case, so they would know to open the door.
Okay. But
What matters is they didn't attack us.
Mm-hmm. And they want to work with us.
All right.
I mean, considering what's coming,
all right,
might be something we can. Good news.
Okay. Fair enough. And there are additional greetings and hugs as and Alice, a familiar a familiar hedgehog, doesn't quite embrace. Just gives you an up down look as Burn is just like but there is an air of, I wouldn't go so far as to say respect, but maybe a hint of acknowledgement.
She'll do that. That look at.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
yeah, absolutely. Totally. Let me make sure I pull up one other thing here. I need some names that I haven't looked at in a little while. But after a while, Father Clayton, Abrita, and there's and both your fathers are sort of seated in the office that you snuck into. So down beneath Cavern Hole. And Abbot Clayton's kind of looks at the three of you, and where's Saoirse and Tamarisk?
They are staying with the unwanted.
They decided they wanted to be with them.
All right. So if they're on the way here, yes?
Yes.
All right.
Very quickly. And I don't mean to be very late. They seem intent on knocking down the walls here, regardless.
Is there to be no conversation then?
There might be a chance if we try to talk to them, but I don't know how well it will go. But there is a chance. We do think we should probably evacuate as many people as possible just to be safe. Even if they don't mean to commit violence against the people, they have hurt people.
And Abrita kind of cuts in. If they are successful, what do they mean to do with one, all of us, and two, the Abbey proper afterwards?
They say that they believe in equality and that they will heal anyone that is hurt if they are hurt, but
it doesn't always heal the hurt.
They are not giving a lot of things other than promises. that won't happen.
So how do they plan to accomplish this? Do they have some sort of battering ram or ballista?
They seem confident. We couldn't figure out what exactly they
magic?
used.
Of some sort. They can make a cloud at least. We
Yes,
saw the cloud.
we don't know what they
And
have,
that
but
would require a
Cloud?
great deal of magic. They made a dark cloud that followed them.
I see.
and no matter what it is, they took down southward.
Yes, our band that we hired gave us a bit of the information there. All right. This is Abbott Clayton, by the way. So given the information, we certainly, how much, first of all, how much time do we have?
Not much. Days.
Days. All right. Well, then we need to, first of all, gather the weaponry from our downstairs. That's not something we've done in several seasons. So, fortunately, our training isn't exactly likely up to par. But we'll do what we can. And hopefully history will repeat itself and we will prevail, no matter what.
One thing we have to know. I overheard you. He'll point at Brita. You seem to know more than you're willing to share about this unwanted. You know something. And if we're going to defend this place, if we're going to take care of the people, we have to know everything you do, even if it is not show a good light.
I really would like you to tell the truth, please. Zone of truth.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh
Because
yes.
we gotta have Prince in for this, no doubt.
Oh my
about
god,
that.
I
We need
freaking
Prince
love
for
it.
that.
Oh my god, that's what I was. April, thank you for that. I was so hoping you were going to do that because I was like,
I was waiting for
Bing,
someone to
bing.
say that we had questions, and as soon as
Yep.
someone said we had questions, I was gonna pop it.
Yep,
Yeah.
I didn't
Yes.
want to pop it before we said anything.
yep. And then we were gonna roll some saving throws when we come back. This is gonna be the worst 2 weeks ever. Oh, I'm so excited. Holy smokes. Okay, cool. So a lot of back and forth. So we've as we sort of ping pong our way back to Redwall Abbey, so to speak. And boy, I cannot fucking wait. I am so stoked. So without yeah, oof, that was. Oh, no, I don't. My brain literally packet lost. I think. I'm
can
ready
I
to rock.
Add
Yeah,
one
go ahead.
thing. That,
Yeah, sure.
We had a chance to prepare before we went in there, correct?
You did.
Okay, because I would have also then casted enhance ability on core for charisma.
Noted.
Okay.
Okay. And by noted,
So-
I mean, core. Write that down.
Core has
Core, write
eagle
that down.
splendor.
Please write that down. Because I'm going.
When we come back.
Okay. No, that's perfect. Oh boy. Yeah, and don't worry, Crystal. I mentioned that we were going to get back to your great aunts in a minute. We will, but there were some other things that needed to happen. So
It's totally fair.
No worries. So Bill, how's your brain going right now? You okay over there? It kind of
How you doing,
exploded
Bill?
a little bit.
Yeah,
How
doing
you
good.
Bill?
I'm like, now that I Bill feel like I know what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, good. I've got a plan. So like, this is the way that my brain works. Is that like,
Yeah.
I will do spurious activity as a
Sure.
way to like exercise my anxiety. And so,
Yeah.
like, there was one time, like, there was an elevator that you had to put your luggage in to get down to the bottom of the hotel, and like, but it was only enough for your luggage, and so then it got stuck in the middle. And so the only solution that I could think of is like running up and down the stairs 4, 5, 6 times until like I finally. So basically, that's what happened this episode. Is I just like ran up and down the stairs 20 times, figuring out what the hell happened.
Oh, it's so funny. I was like, when is it gonna teleport? I know it's gonna teleport. I just don't know when. I just don't know when he's gonna teleport. All right, there we go.
It's funny because I thought of this 4 episodes ago or something.
You did,
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let me trust. Like we're gonna find some information, whatever, and whatever. But yeah. So.
Tamara saw the ending. Saw 2001. Like and like all that. It's like.
Yeah.
All right.
It was like a baby for some reason. I'm like, okay.
Amazing. Well, as always, thank you all so much for being here. The dream continues. So remember, we'll be on next week, which will pain me so hard, so much. I will hate it because I want to roll these saving throws so quickly and fastly. And what happened? What just happened to my sound? I don't know. Anyway, so before we get out of here, want to let these people tell you what they're up to over the next little bit, and you should follow them and love them as much as I do. So, starting with Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. This Thursday, the Inspectors, The Echoing Dark is having our season finale. Come watch us dismantle a cult.
You mean again?
So yeah.
Robo, you're never.
Well, yeah. We had to kill a demon thing, and now we go dismantle a cult. It's a whole thing. Anyway, that is over on twitch.tv/gildinglight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So come watch us over there.
Yeah. April.
I am April. I don't know. I was just that. I've been playing Nor, your clerical otter. Almost said squirrel. Don't know why. I just told you that either. You can find me everywhere as April Raygun. I am doing a bunch of stuff. It's easiest to follow me, but the biggest thing I'm doing is on May 14th on Freeforge. I'm doing a charity game with a bunch of really cool people. So come hang out with us and we'll raise money for charity.
Yay, charity. We love to see it. Lynn.
Hey, I'm Lynn. Gremlin Art, pretty much ever. Twitter, Twitch. You catch my art there and what I'm doing throughout the week. Next time you'll see me is on Saturday for Cyan Birth of the New Gods, where I think we're gonna be seeing getting on the bad side of an actual god, and I don't think my poor Kitsune, who doesn't know how to fight, is gonna do, but we will see. We'll see. And and then between here and now, some things are gonna be, there should be some, there should be things. I'm very excited.
Very cool. Oh, one thing before we get to Bill that I forgot to tease April, aka Norwith, is we cast on a truth. You see this strange blue translucent outline of a mouse, which is a little strange considering you're in a small quarters of, or rather I should say office, and they're wearing a long reddish gown that's surrounded, that sort of kind of comes out, then is surrounded by this bluish light, and their head for head's tied back into a ponytail.
I wonder who that is.
We're gonna find out, Jordan. Bill.
Come check me out on Twitter at Philadelphia with underscores in between the Bill and the Delphia. Haven't tweeted a lot recently, but I'm about to get super political, so just fucking stick with me. That said, Friday mornings at 7 a.m., my good friend PB Smitty and I do a morning zoo kind of show, AMGMs, and it's rather silly and it is quite fun to do, and you should come and join us. Because we're going to be off next week, I am going to be doing the episode 2 of Bill Doesn't Know Video Games and is going to be playing Skyrim for the first time. Last time I got diarrhea and tried to find a place to go to the bathroom for a while. So this next one should be pretty good.
I do not.
It's a very different Skyrim from what I remember.
Like straight out of
Too
the
much
intro,
cheese.
it was like, you have food poisoning. And I'm like, what did you eat?
Don't eat the berries.
I have no idea.
Every cheese will ever.
And then apparently, like, you can't just sleep in normal places. You have to find a bed, which is like, come on.
Yes, what are you, an animal?
No, it's the beautiful
Yeah.
outdoors. You just lie down on the ground and go to sleep. Every
It's
other
cold
role-playing
and
game
wet.
I've ever played has been like, yeah, sure, here's a good place.
Amazing. And I'll do it for you, Prince. Oh, yes, certainly. Yeah, of course, we can totally. Yeah, that's not even very Nicky at all. But anywho, that's as good as it gets. I can do the laugh, I guess. And then it all fucking falls apart seconds later. So you're welcome. And I've been Jacob Blick, doing King Jacob on the internet. And I love this fucking game so goddamn much. And more big reveals. I'm just out here just like bing, 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 bing. Good times. So tomorrow we'll be playing a little more, maybe a lot more Chrono Trigger. And as we're nearing the very, very end. And I think afterwards we're gonna switch it up because we've been very RPG heavy. So I think I'm gonna spend some time in Super Mario World for the first time since really like 1994. And I've got a story to tell about an old friend named Mike back in my New Orleans days when I was a kid. So we'll talk a little bit about that. It will be emotional. I will warn you. And then let's see, this coming Sunday, is that right? Yep. This coming Sunday is Duval and Dragons, episode 35. There's probably going to be an ancient black dragon fight. Everyone's probably going to die. It's going to be awesome. So you should come and hang out and check that out. But they remet or reunited with their old friend Sven, who is loosely, and by loosely I mean exactly based on Frog from Chrono Trigger. So it is very surreal to play that as a character, and I have a token, and like, who knows what's going to happen? So you should come in and hang out. That's at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time over on So Many Games Twitch. And then coming soon, because we didn't talk about this at the top, our new Blades of the Dark campaign, our third season. We have our first 2 seasons was over on Saber's Twitch channel. So we're gonna come over here and to the surprise of no one, Lynn is absolutely crushing the character art. Can't wait to reveal some of that. And there's a lot more to talk about and other games and other campaigns that might be showing up on this side of things. So stay tuned. But last thing before we get the hell out of here and before Bill plays me off keyboard cat. First of all, we talked a little earlier about AAPI Heritage Month, and also want to talk a little bit about something that Robo and Ann, our friend XO_ Girl Wonder on Twitter, and of course DTRBG Guess Who's right here. You should sign up if you are AAPI and be represented, because diversity is fucking awesome, and we want to see people that look like you out here, because this table and every other table you fucking should be at. And you got stories
Put
to
the
tell.
link in the chat for anyone who
Indeed.
wants it.
Yes.
Thank you, April. And of course, as always, stop Asian hate. Black Lives Matter. Trans rights are motherfucking human rights. Just like fucking abortions are fucking human rights. And that is a very simple, unalienable fact. Fucking politicians. Anywho, I could rant about that all day. But don't forget to take care of yourself. You're not alone. This world can be shitty, but we are all on this really weird blue spinning planet in the middle of doom as the universe tries to kill us together. So stay awesome, and we're gonna go raid some meta games over there. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Peace and love. Boom.
And we're out.
Yeah.
Oh
Good
man,
job, everyone.
I was so worried. I was
Oh
like,
my
damn, like, am I
God.
gonna get them? Because I knew I wanted to end there, but I was just like,
Mhm.
I want to end there, but like, how do I get them there? I'm like, yay!
I wasn't gonna leave without bringing that was her. That was I was like, you know shit. You know
Yeah.
shit. You're not telling us.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I
yeah.
didn't want to cast Zone of Truth until we gave our side.
Yeah. That's why I was like, yes. What's the deal? What's the
just-
deal? What's the deal?
In case, but that's why the second Alice asked a question, I'm like, okay, I'm standing next to Zone of Truth.
Boom.
We
Yeah,
we
because
to-
like in
we
my
had-
mind,
we had to
Yeah,
leave
go
with
ahead.
like you might be royally screwed.
yeah.
And if
Yeah,
these people know
'cause-
something, you come here and tell us.
But you need to talk. Yeah, no, because like in my initial plan was like I have enough info to dive into without getting into like unwanted stuff.
Of course.
So then when Alice was just like, actually, fuck all that, fuck your questions, fuck how you getting ready for this. You need to tell us the truth. And I was like, all right, cool. Then we're gonna we're gonna leave it right there. Good blam.
I love that
Shit.
Tamara just saw like the beginning of the
Oh, so
universe.
much.
Like, it's like, I have some questions. Here's creation.
Hammer's seeing the time knife. Hammer's gonna lose his
It's
damn
like-
mind by the end of this.
Yeah, and here's the thing, it was the right questions too. So because there wasn't like 100% certainty that he would have shown that to you, or that it wouldn't like kill you.
I feel like it's that moment where Tamara saw the big bad or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh no.
I actually forgot to mention, you did take some psychic damage because of that failed
We
saving
saw
throw.
too much. We saw too much.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Yeah. You actually, yeah, because you have quite a headache right now. 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
That's a sizable psychic.
Yeah, I think my
onslaught.
max is
It's like-
27.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to an island then.
Well,
Yep.
you get to be
Can I
on a
just point
ship.
out-
Vacation. Huh?
Can I just point out that after my little fear in the chat, just
It wasn't a
It wasn't, but it is now.
Let's be honest, guys. Y'all gave me a lot of daggers to stab you with, and then you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Pikachu meme.
Oh, it never hurt us.
Yeah, luckily I've dodged a bunch of them because
You
You
have.
just keep walking away.
You do keep
You just
fucking
like-
away from
yeah,
them.
like at the very first feast, like the long patrol dude was supposed to show up there, and I'm like,
Oh, we don't worry.
We buy-
That's still,
that-
we still have. That's still
You're
happening.
coming back.
You're coming
Uh-huh.
back here. Yeah, you're getting back here.
Oh yeah. No, that what's to say he's not here right now?
I mean, if we get to like go to an island, that means we get
It may be
to,
why I
we
was
might get
asking where
Norn
you were
core
going.
sailing actual like maritime.
Wait a minute. Non-core Greaton boats.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Gee.
Alice, zero.
Our
You saw
mother
you
is
saw
totally
you,
not a pirate.
you saw
Uh-huh.
Alice and Tavis try to row, right? You remember that?
Oh boy,
That did not.
what a
yeah,
great
you're gonna be-
precursor that
That
was.
was a mess.
Quick, I need a
that's
pirate
great.
montage.
Oh yeah.
our
Which
Um,
means
one
you know what
thing
this
that
means? You need a flag. You need a
yes.
And I forgot to mention
The
this
children of
to,
Destiny need a flag.
to you, Bill, when you were trying to figure out like how the fuck we're gonna get there. You know that like there are several like broken ass ships on the beach